We were made to believe that the president wanted the importation.
But there was no real shortage of sugar. Am I correct?
Eh, yun na nga po, ito siya, si Mr. Serafica, wakwak na wala na daw asukal, wala naman siya nagpa-survey.
I would like to ask some questions, propound some questions to the former Administrator Serafica. So, you are the mastermind of SO number 4?
I endorsed that to the Sugar
Yeah,
Board.
you
Mr.
were the
Chair.
one who drafted
Yes.
SO number 4.
Yes.
So,
Mr.
makatwid
Chair.
ikaw ang mastermind. Anyway, before you drafted this sugar order number 4, you never consulted any stakeholders, am I right?
We did, Mr. Chair.
How long?
On
And when did you talk with the stakeholders concerned? And who among the stakeholders concerned did you discuss SO number 4?
We met via online, Your Honor, and these are the following stakeholders that were in attendance, and they also wrote the recommendations by way of a written recommendation. Number 1, CONFED.
When was this?
This was conducted online, Mr. Chair.
When?
July 29.
July 29.
Yes.
Okay.
CONFED sent a letter signed by Mr. Raymond Montinola. National Federation of Sugarcane Planters, signed by its president, Enrique Rojas. PANAIFED, signed by its president, Danilo
Wait,
Abilita.
how many stakeholders are there in the sugar industry?
There are 5 federations, Mr. Chair, 2 millers and 1 refiner.
How many consult?
Almost all of them, Mr. Chair. Yes.
Mr. Chair, if we may, later after the good gentleman speaks on that, we ask also the stakeholders online. I saw Unifed head Lamata, and also that they can be clarified.
Yes,
it's not coming only
yeah,
from the
Yes,
voice of the
yes.
gentleman.
If they're virtually present.
Maybe we can ask them if they were consulted. Can we ask him first?
Mr.
If he was consulted.
Mr. Lamata, good afternoon. The question of Senator Estrada is that were you consulted as alleged by the administrator here?
We were made to believe po that the president ordered the importation of 300, they wanted the importation of 300,000 metric tons because it was a national emergency. So we signed because who are we to question the wisdom of the president? But we signed all refined. What happened po when SO4 was made, half was raw or brown, half was refined. We never signed for that, Your Honors. We can never allow brown sugar to be imported because Negros is already milling. If that comes down to Negros, patay ang mga planters namin po. Bagsak ang presyo. We will never allow that. At yung
Ayan.
ang SO4 po, daming anomaly. Yung isa po, if I may get my notes.
Before you proceed, Mr. Lamata, the Senate President or Senator Estrada would like
So
to...
they were made to believe that it was upon the instructions of the president.
That is correct po. That SO3 and SO4 both. We were made to believe that the president wanted the importation.
But there was
po.
no real shortage of sugar. Am I correct?
Eh, yun na nga po, ito siya, si Mr. Serafica, wakwak na wala na daw asukal, wala naman siya nagpa-survey. Ilang beses na po, I wrote him 4 or 5 times. You make a national survey. That is the job of the Ex-Sra, which was done in past administrations. How can he have a justification of
Mr.
numbers?
Lamata, can you please refrain
Thank
from
you.
continuing?
Mr.
During a committee hearing, you refrain from using language that will offend the senses of this committee, wak-wak, etc., etc. Say it in a direct Webster English. Mr. Lamata. What do you mean by wak-wak?
Pasensya na po.
Go ahead. But we understand you.
Thank you po. Mr. Serafica has been giving us numbers when he has never made a survey of any mill or any bodega. In the past administrations po, kagalang senators, SRA used to make 3 surveys in 1 year, before the start of milling, middle of milling, and after milling. Then you can make an exact data how much is required by the country and the consumption to import or not to import. Ito siya po, never has he made a survey. So how can he say and justify that there is a shortage? When you go po to the palengkes, there is sugar. Yun lang, sobrang mahal. And we do not agree with that price neither, because all our sugars po are being bought by the traders from us at Millgate at 40 pesos po per kilo. And we do not agree to be that the sugar is being sold in the palengkes at 100. Sobra-sobra na yan po.
Thank you, Mr. Lamata. Mr. Serafica, before you drafted this SO number 4, you never inspected any warehouses, you never surveyed any warehouses of sugar?
That is a regular activity of the Regulations Department to monitor movements of sugar, Mr. Chair. And I would like to request the committee to answer on the survey being undertaken by the SRA. Deputy Administrator Tihida is here to make this clear to the committee, because there are internal procedure of SRA, Mr. Chair.
Well, wait, okay. According to the Senate President, you did this in haste, okay? Why can't you wait for the approval of the President, who is concurrently the Acting Secretary of the Department of Agriculture?
Your Honor, it was not done in haste. It was submitted to the board for referendum, and I voted first.
So you are refuting the statements made by the Senate President?
I am just stating facts, Your Honor. That was what happened. After me, former board member Beltran manifested his vote. And the following day, former board member Valderrama casted his vote as well.
May I just make a really quick manifestation? I had the chance to speak with former board member Beltran, and he was told me, because he's from Bukidnon, and he told me, Sen Migs, I was made to believe that the president insisted on this importation. Same as the sugar federations. Somebody's mouthing out saying that it is the president who wants this. But
That was
it's
the
not
reason
true.
they signed they signed this, ano. Am I correct? Because they were made to believe that it was the instruction by the president himself. But anyway, we have received information that you have already sold or allotted to some notorious applicants a sugar allocation even before the issuance of SO number 4. How true is this?
That's not true, Your Honor.
Are you sure?
That's not true.
How long have
I
you
will
been,
swear to that.
how long have you been working with the SRA?
I was appointed by former President Duterte as board member way
When?
back 2016. And when the administratorship's office was vacated by the former administrator, I was appointed on September 2017 as administrator by former President Duterte.
Okay. My last question. Is your authority given by the board to convert Class C sugar to Class B sugar been approved by the President as the DA Secretary?
Sorry, again, your question, Mr. Chair.
Is your authority given by the board to convert Class C sugar to Class B sugar has been approved by the President or as the current Secretary of the Department of Agriculture?
It was approved through the referendum, Your Honor.
But by the President or by the Secretary of the DA?
It was signed by the three of us.
I am asking you, the President, did he give you authority?
The President does not give me authority, Your Honor.
Or has it been approved by the President?
it is the majority of the members of the board that cast their vote.
As the DA secretary, has it been approved by the president?
Is that question directed to me, Mr. Chair? Or
Directed to you. Ang tanong ni Senator Estrada, the President being the concurrent DA Secretary.
Undersecretary Sebastian signed for that approval, Mr. Chair.
Ang tinatanong ko po kung ang presidente bilang kalihim ng Department of Agriculture, kung inaprubahan ba niya yung pag-convert ng Class C sugar to Class B sugar.
Napirmahan po ni Yusek Sebastian. So I would assume aprobado po yun ni Presidente.
Ang tanong po ni Senator Estrada ganito, yung pagbibigay sa inyo ng kapangyarihan to act as the SRA board itself, you solely would be violative of Republic Act 10659, the SIDA law of 2015, and glaringly Section 4 of Executive Order number 18, referring to the corporate powers of the board. Because you cannot function as the entire board. You are just the administrator of the SRA. Yun siguro yung tinatanong ni Senator Estrada. Has this been validated through an action coming from the current DA Secretary? So wala. Wala po yun. Kahit anong pa ligoy-ligoy natin, wala po yun.